Where do I start? Alright, so what you're looking at is Starbucks located in Chicago, Illinois. This location in particular is at 4701 South Cicero Avenue, which is by Midway Airport in Chicago, Illinois. On Christmas Day, so December 25th, I went, got a drink like any other day. And, usually I take some time with my coffee. So, I get home, surfing the web or whatever. About an hour, 2 hours later in, I take a sip of my coffee and I instantly gag. And I'm like freaking out because I can taste like copper or like steel. So like spit up whatever's in my mouth. And it appears to be some sort of sharp metal object, like a shard or something. It's consistent with the color of the blades on blenders. So my initial examination looked like the blades broke off in my drink because I got something that required crushed ice. So I called Starbucks. The manager was on vacation or something. Fine, whatever. But the person didn't even apologize, didn't care. They're just like, all right, well, let me get your name. And that was it. It's all right. So I do some searching on my own. I find a claims adjuster in Seattle, Washington that works for Starbucks. I'll leave all this information in a video description below. I reach out to him. I tell him, hey, look, this happened or whatever. He's like, yeah, I can't help you. You gotta call Starbucks. So fine. So I call Starbucks, right? The whole point of avoiding calling them was because I know that they're just gonna push it off. I call them and then they're like, well, okay, we'll take your name, your info down, and we'll get back to you. A few days goes by. They call me. Oh, well, did you sustain any injuries? I'm like, yeah, I cut the inside of my mouth. They're like, okay, did you go to the hospital? I'm like, well, A, I don't have health insurance. And B, it didn't look that severe, even though at the time and even still, my mouth still does kind of retain like a copper steel taste. I was just like, no. If you guys are going to pay for me to go to the hospital, like, yeah, I'll gladly go to the hospital. But it's one of those situations where you don't want to go to the hospital, to the ER, rack up a 6-figure bill, and then you're screwed. So she's like, okay, fine, whatever. She notes all that down. Through all this time, I have the shards, the blades, the original cup, and they didn't ask for it back. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket science to know that the blades that were in my drink are going to match with what they use at that store location, right? There's no way for me to physically go behind the counter, stick my hand in the blender and be like, oh, I'm going to take this home and put in my own drink. No. For one, I went to the drive-thru. So a few days goes on and nothing. So I call back. They're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, we're still waiting for your case to update. Okay. Call them back. They give me the same thing. Did you go to the hospital? Do you have a bill? And I tell them, look, I'll go to the hospital if you guys are going to pay for it. But I need something in writing stating you're going to do so. I'm not going to go and then take your word for it and then I get a 6-figure bill from the hospital. Because that's how much it'll be. Because I've been sick, I'm still sick, and I know how much hospital bills are. So what I'm going to show you guys now is a picture. So bear with me. It's not that graphic, but it's going to be the inside of my mouth. So here we go. So what you're looking at in the upper left is the cut, right? So you can see the cut. It is a small cut, but it did jab me. What you're looking at on the right are the objects that I found in my drink. They're like razor sharp, right? Now you can see two other small little like lacerations right in the middle of my mouth. I don't know what that little oval thing is called, but you can see them there. Now picture this. Kids these days usually they have ice drinks, beverages from Starbucks. So what if you took your kid? Or what if you took someone that isn't, I don't know, just doesn't pick up on that stuff so fast? This goes down your mouth, you're screwed. I mean, you're going to either choke to death or it's going to go inside your stomach and you're going to have to go to the ER for surgery because these things are just going to slice you up once they're inside. So that was in my drink, right? So now I'm going to show you another image. Now there's a timestamp on my drink. There's what I found. There's another picture. And I showed this to them. They seen the images and they're like, yeah, well, we need a hospital bill. Now keep in mind, excuse me, all through this time, they did not offer me a refund for the drink that I got. Gift card, like here's $100, go away. Didn't get an apology from the manager. Nothing. They didn't even ask for the stuff. They didn't ask for a label like, okay, well, we'll send you a label. You send this stuff to us. Once we send it in and examine it, we'll talk some more. Nah, unless you got medical proof, they're not even going to talk to you. They're going to give you the same old, I'm going to read from a script. I don't care. Good luck. Now, some of you are like, all right, well, what about getting a lawyer? No lawyer will touch the case unless I go to the hospital. Again, I'm not going to go to the hospital, get 6 figures in debt, and nothing happens, or I lose the case. So this has been a really harsh lesson as to how Starbucks treats their customers. What they do as far as like prevention from injury, because you have to think about it like this. They make so many crushed drinks a day, right? Those blades are going to wear out sooner or later. So someone didn't change the blades out. I mean, that's the only logical explanation, right? Because otherwise, this would be happening like 100 times a day. Right? I'm sure their blades are strong. I'm sure they hold up for several months or weeks or whatever. But someone at that location did not change the blades out. Or someone threw something in my drink, which I don't think they would do, but I don't know that. So just be cautious, you know, if this happens to you. Even now when I drink stuff, I'm like super paranoid that there's going to be something in there. And what's amazing is I'm like the biggest Starbucks customer ever. You go to my Instagram page and you'll see like how much Starbucks I drink. So it's just, this is like, they need to fix it because it's not right. And I bet you if I died, somebody would care. Or I bet you if like a 10-year-old or 13-year-old was having like a iced beverage there and that happened to them and the news picked up on it, it would be a big deal. But nah, they don't care. So yeah, just kind of note that, guys, and just a quick rant, but I did want to kind of at least bring everyone up to date on as far as my life and what I've been dealing with, because that's been like I call them every other day and they're like, yeah, okay, we'll get on it or something. The last call, I made a call and I told them, I was like, all right, well, let me talk to a supervisor, someone who can give me a more definitive answer on what's going to happen. Nothing. So that's kind of where it is. Yeah. So I hope this video was educational, and if you catch an injury from Starbucks, you should probably go to the hospital if you have health insurance, because that's the only way they're gonna look at your case. Otherwise, they don't care. So yeah, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little video rant, educational update. That's it. I'll see you next one. Take care.
Good.